It seems that all those rate hikes that happened during the last 1.5 years are having the desired effect. Inflation is cooling and the economy is no longer in excess demand. So for the housing market, it would be interesting to see once we get further into Q1 of 2024 whether the stable rates could cause a housing rebound. Hi everyone, Tracy here, and I'm back for the new year's of 2024 to deliver to you the market, statistics, and trends from December 2023. There are some strong indications that the rate hikes are over. So if you've been waiting around to make that big move, whether it's for buying or selling, you might want to stick around until the end of the video to determine whether spring 2024 is going to be your playground. Alright, so let's start with the high-level market overview. Are we trending towards a buyer's market or a seller's market by the end of Q4 2023? Let me give you the straight good from the data I've pulled from the Quebec Real Estate Board. So in the Greater Montreal area, the monthly supply for single-family homes were 4.84 months and for condominiums, 5.23 months. What does this mean? Months of supply tells you how many months it would take for all the properties on the market to sell, given the average sales volume. 4 to 6 months indicate a more balanced market. Less than 4 months indicate there's not a lot of inventory available, which can drive prices up. More than 6 months indicate that there's lots of inventory available, which can drive prices down. So how did this number compare to the previous month? Well, it's down from a whopping 6.26 months for a single-family home and 5.34 months for condominiums. As you can see, we are still stable within the buyer's market for condominiums, but for the single-family homes, the months of supply has decreased by 2 months. Now, this could simply be because there are less listings during December. There aren't a lot of single-family homes sold during the winter. I would not personally take it as a sign that the market is stabilizing yet, meaning that it's too early to see if the real estate market is becoming less stagnant based on these statistics. You can only really tell when the spring market gets underway, when more and more listings get back on the market. The median sale price for single-family homes is $779,500, meaning that 50% of properties were getting sold below these values. The median sale price has been up by 6.79% compared to this time last year. Compared to last month, it has been up by 5.33%. Moving forward, the median sale price for condominiums is $479,900. This value is up by 1.3% compared to this time last year. Comparing it to last month, it is up by 6.88%. The median prices for both single-family homes and condominiums have been steadily going up since the beginning of Q4 2023. These numbers will be important to track with the Q1 numbers of 2024 to determine whether the market is shifting. Moving forward, the average close-to asking price ratio in December is 96% for single-family homes and 98% for condominiums, meaning that properties were getting sold for 2 to 4% below their list price. This ratio have been stable since this time last year, averaging a 1 to 2% fluctuations during some months, which doesn't surprise me since we're still pretty much in a stable buyer's market, so houses tend to get sold below asking price with little to no bidding wars. Now you might be wondering, how much time does it take for a property to sell? Well, in the Greater Montreal area, the average selling time for single-family homes is 69 days. It has been up from 64 days compared to this time last year. Compared to last month, it has been up by 62 days. For condos, the average selling time is 64 days, which stays the same compared to this time last year. Compared to last month, it is up by 56 days. As you can see, the average selling time stays pretty much the same compared to last year. This doesn't surprise me since 2022 and 2023 real estate market remains quite stagnant. For those of you thinking about purchasing real estate in the near future, the rates range from 5.14% to 7.04%, depending on whether you're taking a fixed rate or variable rate, but also insured or uninsured rate. Consider working with a mortgage advisor in order to get the best options for your financial situation. So what does this all mean for the housing market of 2024? So on December 6th, the Bank of Canada has announced that they would be holding their overnight rate at 5% for the third consecutive month. But not only that, it seems that all those rate hikes that happened during the last 1.5 years are having the desired effect. Inflation is cooling and the economy is no longer in excess demand. So for the housing market, it would be interesting to see once we get further into Q1 of 2024 whether these stable rates could cause a housing rebound. So the bottom line is, whether you're buying or selling, your situation is unique and the general market update should be taken with a grain of salt. If you want an accurate market analysis of your home, or you're thinking of buying and want to know more about where the hidden opportunities may lie, you can either request a free no obligation market evaluation or book a call with me to have a no pressure conversation about your options. I'll always simply give you the straight goods so you have all the information to take the decisions that are right for you based on your personal situation. If that would be helpful, you can click on the link with this video and set it up. Otherwise, feel free to check out my other video and I'll be back next month with an updated report.